Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome to 442nd meeting of Sarjapura Toastmasters Club. Toastmasters provide a supportive and positive learning experience where its members are expected to develop their communication and leadership skills, thus resulting in greater personal growth and confidence. With that in mind, today's theme is Namma Bengaluru. Before starting the meeting, there are three ground rules. First, when someone is speaking or the meeting is ongoing, please refrain from any talking with each other. Second, please keep your mobile phones in silent mode, and I can give you a few seconds for that. And finally, please avoid any talk about sex, politics, and religion. This club's mission is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skills, thus resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. With that in mind, I would like to hand over the stage to our presiding officer, Toastmasters.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. So we all are here in Bangalore, and today's theme is Namma Bengaluru. So we all are happy to see you in the Saturday morning. So with this, I officially open 442nd meeting open. So before we start, as the theme says Namma Bengaluru, I would like to just ask you a few questions. Let's see how many people know, how many facts about Bangalore. Okay, one or two questions maybe. So first question is, what is the nickname of Bangalore?
Bangalore.
Garden City.
Okay. Any other?
IT hub.
Correct. Next.
Silicon.
City. Yeah. So Garden City, IT Hub, and Silicon City. These are the nickname of Bangalore, and we have many more. Green City and all. So these are all the nicknames of that. And do you know what is the earlier name or the first name of Bangalore? No. Before that, the first name was Bengaluru. It was started as a Bengaluru, which means city of boiled beans. So it came from a region that there were in some wars to serve the soldiers. They used to boil the beans and feed them. So from there it started growing, and Bengaluru became Bengaluru. Then nowadays it is becoming Bangalore. So that is the flow of the name. And who is the founder of Bangalore? You might know. Right. So Kempegoda. So I think we all know few facts and few we don't know. Let's start the meeting and hear more from our TMOD so that we can maybe we may get a chance to learn more about Bangalore today. Let's enjoy the session. With this, I would like to hand over the stage to our TMOD of the day, that is Namma. So Namma is a self-explorer, foodie by nature, and passionate about health and meditation. Stage is yours.
Few days back, I was driving my car at 40 km per hour. Oh no. 4 km per hour. It had rained cats and dogs the previous day. The water logging was till knee level. It just happened a couple of weeks back. It took me 3 hours to reach from my home in Sarjapura to my office in Dairy Circle on Bangalore. I was scared that day. How will I face my boss? But then I soon realized, वो भी तो यही कहीं traffic में होगा. He would be also stuck in traffic somewhere nearby. I was badly frustrated. I shouted at the two-wheeler behind me who was honking unnecessarily. अरे भाई इतनी क्या जल्दी है? तेरे टाइम की इतनी वैल्यू होती तो टू व्हीलर में नहीं कार में होता. हे brother, was the rush. If your time would have been so valuable, you would not have been driving a bike, you would be in a car. Somehow I reached office. But in that long 3-hour journey, I started to reflect back on my 10-year journey in Bangalore. So friends, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Now before I go back into the journey of Bangalore for me, let me explain the basic structure of a Toastmaster meeting. Basically, a Toastmaster meeting has 3 blocks. Can anyone explain? Any guest or any Toastmaster wants to explain 3 blocks?
Speech section.
Which is the first one is the speech section, which is prepared speeches in which the speakers would have prepared, rehearsed again and again a speech and they will come and deliver it. What is the second section?
Table topic.
Second is table topics, which is the impromptu table topic section in which we'll be given a topic and you have to speak on the fly. And this is open to guests as well as members. What is the third section?
Evaluation.
Evaluation. This is the feedback section, I would like to say, in which we give feedback back as to how the whole meeting has gone. So prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluation of feedback session. So sound exciting?
Yes.
Or the outside weather is more exciting with a cup of tea and a samosa in the morning. Now before I take this meeting forward, let me call upon the general evaluator of the meeting who can come and explain his role. Well, the general evaluator for today morning is someone who has been working in Bangalore for 10 years. So that is a similarity between me and him. He enjoys watching movie, same like me, and he enjoys listening to songs. I think that's my intro also. So without wasting much time, can I call Toastmaster Balaji on the stage?
Thank you, Namma. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today I am playing the role of general evaluator. As a general evaluator, I will be evaluating the whole meeting, including PMOD session, speeches, table topics, as well as tag evaluations. So to help me with this overall evaluation, I have a tag team who will be helping me with different aspects of the speeches, speech evaluations. The first one is timer. I would like to call on timer Atmesh to come and explain what he will do as a timer.
Hello everyone. So every good speech is the exact right amount of time. If a speech is too short, you might not be able to convey the message you're trying to convey, and if it is too long, then you might lose the audience's attention. So to that extent, Toastmasters has decided the ideal amount of time for each of these sections. For the prepared speech section, the ideal speech should be 5 to 7 minutes long. At 5 minutes, I'll be flashing the green sheet. At 6 minutes, the yellow sheet. And at 7 minutes, the red sheet. Similarly, for evaluations, the time is 2 to 3 minutes. So at 2 minutes, I'll be showing the green sheet. At 2.5, the yellow sheet. And at 3 minutes, the red sheet. And for table topics, the ideal time is 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll be showing the green sheet. At 1.5, the yellow sheet. And at 2 minutes, the red sheet. After the red sheet is shown, you have 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. So I hope everyone sticks to the time limit today.
Thank you, Atmesh. And again,
There is icebreaker today. It is 4 to 6 minutes. Please explain it. We have icebreaker. That will be 4 to 6 minutes. 4 will be green, 5 will be yellow, and 6 will be red.
Okay, so today we have an icebreaker speech. For that, the time limit is 4 to 6 minutes. At 4, I'll be showing the green sheet. At 5 minutes, the yellow sheet. And at 6 minutes, the red sheet. Thank you.
again we have Atmesh playing the role of accountant today. So I would like to welcome him again. I forgot to introduce him. He's a recent joiner to our club, and I think he has graduated recently from BITS Goa. Milan. That's his introduction. Yeah, welcome back.
As the accountant, for every speech, I'll be making note of the filler words that we are using. So those are mainly like, or any other filler word. So I will be keeping a note of that, and at the end I'll present the report.
Thank you. And then today we also have Piyush playing the role of grammarian. Piyush is a IT professional, and his hobbies include reading classic fiction books and binge watching web series. He's also interested in treks and travels and physical. Please welcome Piyush to explain, come and explain.
So today is my role as a grammarian. I will be looking at the correct uses of the words that you use and incorrect uses, and any special uses like idioms or some proverbs that you will be using. Apart from that, I also have to introduce the word of the day. So the word of the day today is euphoria. So somehow I link to what Toastmasters said, that we become euphoric when the traffic is clean. Means we just go and discuss it with everyone that today we reach office in 10 minutes, which is like a yeah. So that is the word of euphoria uses in Bangalore maybe. Apart from that, yeah. I will present the report.
Thank you, Piyush. Okay, so I will again, as I explained, I will evaluate the whole meeting and share my report towards the end of the meeting. I'll hand it over back to DMO.
So I landed in Bangalore in 2014. I was so excited that day that as soon as I landed, I did the most DJ thing. Hello, Bangalore. No one replied. An Ola driver who was watching cricket on his phone, he heard me and he said, "Sir, just because this is Bangalore airport does not mean this is Bangalore. Bangalore is some 5,000 kilometers away." I took the same Ola driver and went towards Koramangala to meet my girlfriend. By the time we reached Koramangala, his new Ford Figo had depreciated by 60%. Reaching Koramangala and finding the correct address was like playing a Sudoku puzzle. The address was 3rd Main, 5th Cross. I thought, I am a math topper, easy for me. 1st Main, 2nd Main, 5th Main. It took me a long time to go through the mazes and somehow reach the location. Well, jokes apart, it has been a roller coaster journey for me in Bangalore. But before I delve deep into it, let me start with the prepared speeches. Before I call the first prepared speaker, I'll ask the evaluator, who is Shiva Ganga. She is a software profession and she is passionate about public speaking, and she is the presiding officer, and she says that being part of Toastmaster has given her the confidence to speak on a wider stage outside Toastmaster. So can I call Shiva Ganga on the stage with an applause?
So yeah, today my target speaker mentor is Chanda. So she's attempting her mentoring speech. So which is the purpose of the speech is of this project of the member to clearly define how the Toastmaster envisions the mentoring, and the purpose of the speech for the member to share some aspects of the previous experiences of his or her membership. And also she is attempting her L2 P3 speech from Dynamic Leadership Pathway. Her speech title is The Mentor-Mentee Connection, a Journey of Growth in Toastmasters. So I would like to hand over stage back to TMOV.
So, our first prepared speaker has an interesting skill. She can surprise her friends by analyzing their handwriting. And that's quite interesting. My writing has been really bad from school days. I remember in college days, I was officially announced by a teacher in front of everyone that there is a student in the class who has written so much, but I couldn't understand anything because of his handwriting. So that is how I was known in my college days. So I hope the speaker is not going to ask us to analyze, to share the handwriting with us, because my writing has gone further back. So can I call Toastmaster Chanda on the stage with an applause?
A mentor is someone who sees more talent and ability in you that you can't see and helps it bring it out of you. A quote by Bob Proctor. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. Let me take you back on a journey of growth, guidance and self-discovery, all of which I have experienced through the powerful relationship of mentoring a Toastmaster. Let me take you back on a pivotal moment in my life, 9th Jan 2024. I just received a message from our Toastmaster Shiv Ganga, Vice President Education, and I got the contact of my mentor, Toastmaster Rupa. I was excited yet nervous. I just reached out to her via WhatsApp, unsure of what to expect. To my delight, Toastmaster Rupa responded immediately with warmth and encouragement. We just planned to have a call over the weekend, and by the end of the conversation, my nerves were replaced with excitement. With her confidence, kindness, and wisdom, it sparked a fire in me that led me to deliver my first speech, my icebreaker, just 1 week later. And then, that first speech was just a milestone, but it was only just the beginning. As I drafted my speech, I reached out to my mentor for feedback. She encouraged me to practice and time myself multiple times, stressing the importance of rehearsal and building confidence. She didn't just help me to deliver the speech, she helped me own it. Every time I delivered a speech, she was always there. So anyone remember that the excitement and nervous before delivering your first speech? So as I practiced my speech multiple times and then delivered it, each time I wrote a speech, I just went to her for each and every, she was just my go-to resource. She gave me constructive feedback, and I remember one specific piece of advice she gave me. She told that you have overused the word worldview in one of your speeches, and she provided me an alternative, and it helped me diversify my vocabulary and elevate my storytelling. Her advice didn't just help me to deliver my speech, it helped me own it. And every time I delivered speech, I always used to thank her that it helped me, your advice helped me. Taking on roles like Toastmaster of the Day, General Evaluator, it felt intimidating at first, but I knew that my mentor is there for each and every time. She provided me a sample script and tips for structuring the meeting to engage the audience. She always used to give me tips like, okay, just ensure that your audience is engaged, and start every time your speech with some different style of opening. Use more examples, add more specifics to your speech. Don't just tell what happened, show us. It all helped me. And she always used to encourage me by challenging. Challenge yourself, add more specific and give more details. It's not just about delivering your speech. People should know you. So that's how it all got started. And during this process, I just completed my 11-1 project. And then I received a call from our Vice President Education, Toastmasters, and she asked, would you like to take up the role of Vice President Education? Initially, I hesitated. Isn't that a big responsibility? Then I thought, and I remember that I had gained the confidence, and I am ready to take up the challenge. And even if it felt like a leap, I know my mentor is just a message away. And during one of my face-to-face interaction with my mentor, I just asked, how can I improve my listening skill? She told that she has also faced similar challenges. And she told me, you can take up the role as speech evaluator, general evaluator. That roles would force you to focus on listening, a vital skill in communication. How many of you find listening just as important as speaking? So, and as I progressed in the journey, I began to understand a key distinction that often used to confuse me: the difference between mentoring and coaching. Coaching is goal-oriented, focused on achieving a specific target. For example, when I hired a personal trainer to get fitter, just like we just set a measurable goals like lifting a certain weight or running a specific miles. As soon as I hit that milestone, the coach role lessened, and I moved on to the next goal. And coaching is all about clear targets with a defined endpoint. Mentoring, on the other hand, it's a more of a holistic one. In Toastmaster, my mentor didn't just help me with one speech. She helped me improve overall in all areas of my development. And it helped me become as a speaker, leader, and communicator. So mentoring is a continuous process, long-term relationship that holds between a mentor and a mentee. So mentoring is a continuous process, long-term relationship that is between a mentor and a mentee. And it gets strengthened as soon as, and it helps both of them to grow together. So, and one of the most encouraging thing which I got to know from my mentor, she told me, you are one of the best mentee I have had. Mentoring you have required a very little effort from my side, and it's been rewarding to see you grow. This affirmation didn't just make me proud, it made me realize that mentoring is rooted in mutual respect and helping each other. So in conclusion, I would encourage each one of you to seek out mentoring opportunity within Toastmaster. Ensure that throughout this journey, you can become a mentor or consider yourself to be mentored by someone. So, how many of you are considering becoming a mentor or finding one? Good. So, let's continue to support each other and help each other and share our knowledge and grow together. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Namma.
Well, I also have been thinking to take up a mentor role in my office, but still not filled that Google form. Maybe after this speech, I'll get a bit more motivated. Well, 2014, I landed in Bangalore. I remember the first New Year party. 31st December, I was super excited because I was planning to party with my old friends in Bangalore. but the plan got cancelled the last moment. Then an abrupt, impromptu plan got made through my roommate. I enjoyed and partied that day to the core of my heart. But I remember I got a call in the night at 2 a.m. हेलो बेटा, क्या तुम नमन बोल रहे हो? Are you Naman on the line? Yes, auntie. I am Rashmi's mom. Are you interested in marrying my daughter? My girlfriend was Rashmi, that I remember. Yes, and I kept the phone down. Next day morning, I woke up with a big headache. I was not sure whether that call was real or whether I was dreaming due to some effect in my mind. I was also not sure if the call is real, then what did I say? Did this happen for real or something else has happened? Friends, the history is our relationship had started from our college time in Chennai, NIFT, but due to the parents not agreeing, it was getting prolonged for a very long time, the marriage. So, that call was real, or was that just a made up dream? We'll see after some time. Let me call and the second speaker, but before that, let me call upon the evaluator for the second speaker to give a hint. She was the first speaker just now, and apart from analyzing handwriting, she enjoys meeting new people. So can I call Toastmaster Chanda on the stage with an applause?
So here I am to evaluate my target speaker, Prabodh. So he is attempting his first speech, that's called Icebreaker, and the speech title is Breaking the Communication Barrier. The purpose of the speech is to introduce himself to the Toastmaster member and the club. So all the best, Prabodh, and there is no specific target that he has to achieve. He just have to ensure that he introduces himself to the club. All the best.
Well, friends, our Toastmaster Prabodh is from Bangalore. Just like the most of us, not me at least, he is a software professional. He's working for a company called as Nutanix, if I get the name right. It was competing with Netflix, and I was getting confused, and I just read and confirmed it. So he's working for Nutanix as a software professional. And I'll just remind again that after the icebreaker speech, we'll just give him a standing ovation, as that is a tradition in Toastmasters. So can I call Toastmaster Prabodh on the stage?
Thank you, Toastmaster Naman. Let me ask you this. Have you ever been in a situation where words just vanish? Like you want to talk, you want to say something, but your mind hits a wall? That was me. I'm Prabodh, and I want to share my journey from someone who was so afraid of speaking or communicating with others to someone who is realizing that communication skills are not set in stone. Picture this. I'm in my high school. I just recently joined a new high school, and the teacher there asked me to introduce myself in English. I was already nervous because this was my first day, but speak in front of everyone in English, what came out was just a clumsy sequence of English and Hindi words with lot of ahs and ums. And I still remember the awkward silence that happened after that. That essentially drilled in me the belief that I can't communicate with others easily. Then things went on. In high school, I was good at maths and science, but language classes were my kryptonite. Like, whenever teacher would call me up to answer something or make me read something, I would go blank. My mind would go blank, and I would just stand there silently. It was not about whether I knew the answer or I had no idea about the answer. It was more that my mind always went blank in those high pressure situations. This went on, but this again further corroborated the fact that communication skills are something that I can never improve upon. So just ignore it and try to do something else. Things went on. I was able to join a university, and I felt everything was fine because now there won't be any oral exams and such where I had to interact a lot with others. It would mostly be written exams and mostly written things. However, that was not the case when placement season hit in. Everything fell apart. I was so anxious about interviews, mostly that I will fail all the interviews, in the sense that I won't be able to communicate any idea or any solution I have to the interviewer. So I didn't prepare anything. I escaped in video games. That was my coping mechanism that time. And when the interviews actually come in, I failed miserably, like really bad. It was so bad that I just wanted to declare myself to be a mute, so that I don't need to communicate with anyone else by one-on-one. Like I can just communicate with them via emails or written placards. However, that's not possible. Fortunately, I was able to land a job, but this whole interview experience left a really bad scar for a really long time. So much so that during my masters in US, right, where I couldn't avoid this. So I joined a master's program in US, and there the placement process is slightly different compared to my undergrad years, where companies would come in and conduct few interviews. There I had to apply to job applications myself, and paying recruiters or paying recruiting managers or anything. And that's something I dreaded so much so that I didn't even apply to some of the job applications at all. But on the other hand, there was student loans, so I had to do something, and the stress was building up. Then a roommate of mine came in. At that time, he recently got an offer from Amazon, so he was willing to help me. He saw something in me that I didn't see it myself. So I and we both sat down for 10 days straight, and he drilled in me the interview prep for all these things. To be honest, it was pretty uncomfortable, but at the other end of the tunnel, I had that teensy bit of confidence that I can convey whatever idea that I have in my mind to the audience. So next few interviews I failed, but every next interview was easier than the previous one, which eventually presented into me being able to join Google, which is something that a younger me would have deemed impossible. Things went on, life threw a lot of problems at me. I was laid off, I had to come back in India again, and I had to restart this whole interview grind. But this time, there was this subtle confidence that I don't need to worry much about my communication skills as much as I had to do it in my past. And eventually, I was able to secure a job. And recently, in that job itself, I had to present in front of 40 people, where it was a presentation that it was something that I and another teammate of mine worked at. What I observed was my presentation was not so good. It used a lot of jargon words, something that was not relatable to the audience at all. However, I observed the other teammate of mine and I saw that he was able to communicate his ideas smoothly to the audience. And what I observed was he did not only use words, he used visual images, charts, examples, and that made me realize communication is more about whatever you want to convey to the audience through whatever means necessary, not just words. So this has been my communication journey. I had learned three main things or three main takeaways for me was first, everything's easy once you get used to it. Second, communication is more than just words. It's using anything you can so that audience can get an idea of what you're talking about. And third, communication skills are not set in stone. They can be improved upon, but it does require a lot of continuous and constant effort. And that's why I joined Toastmasters. This is a really good playground where I can experiment with or try out various different techniques and at the same time reduce my fear of speaking in front of everyone else. Thank you. Toastmasters.
Well, what an inspiring speech we all had. I could relate to an incident for my 7th class 8th. I, being the stammerer by birth, had a similar kind of jittery feeling. I was asked to introduce myself in front of everyone, and I got a big block, and that sparkled in me the sense of fear. And I completely concur with what Prabodh said. Toastmaster gives us that platform to try out different opportunities. I can stammer as much as I want. People don't have an option only. They are forced to listen. Right? So what happened? Back in 2014, on that New Year's night. Well, what I narrated was real. That actually happened. And the good part was, my mother-in-law did not get any sense that I was drunk. She just felt, why did he keep the phone down so abruptly? When I got married to my girlfriend in 2015, just a few months after that phone. So Bangalore has been quite grateful of me. I got married to my girlfriend in 2015. I bought an apartment in 2018. I got blessed with a kid last year. And I have been having an average corporate career also. At least till now, I don't know the future. So why the frustration against Bangalore? That same day, coming back to the present, 2 weeks back, when it took me 3 hours to reach office. Guess what? It took me 2 hours to come back home. There was dead, still traffic between HSR and the Sarjapura area on the flyover. I was again frustrated. As soon as I reached home, I spoke to my wife and had a long debate that we should move to Dubai now. From the time I visited Dubai last year, it has been my go-to place as the next professional place to go and work for 2 years. So that day evening, I told, my wife, Dubai has zero taxation. That's okay, Namma, but here the weather is awesome. Dubai has excellent infrastructure. That's okay, Naman. But here, the weather is awesome. Dubai has multinational cuisines, variety of food for someone like me. That's okay, Naman. You taste anything over here in the evening, it feels so good because the weather is awesome. I gave up after that. Next, to take this meeting forward, let's move to the session number 2, which is my favorite impromptu session. To take this session forward, I'll again call upon Shivaganga on the stage, whose intro is no more required. Just a round of applause for her.
So, which is the international stadium we have in Bangalore? Chinnaswamy Stadium. Yeah, that's Bangalore. So far we have come across from traffic to searching the roads, veins, and now coming to weather. So let's dig deep. Let's hear from everybody. So for the guest, I just wanted to explain the table topic is impromptu speaking, which improves that. So how is that I will be giving some random topics and you will be coming up on the stage and talk about that for 1 to 2 minutes. So that is how it is. It is open for, this is the only section, it is open for Toastmasters and also the guests. So let's enjoy this. Before that we move to that session. We have 3 guests here today. So I want to get to hear from them, their name, where they come from, how do they hear about Toastmaster. So, would you like to go first? I see 3 guests today. Yeah, please introduce.
Hello guys, so my name is Deepika Rathore and my hometown is in Gwalior. It's in MP. And I just came Bangalore a year ago because of my job. They switched work from home to work from office. So that's why I came here and actually my colleague, he's my senior, he told me about Toastmaster about a couple of months ago and he told me if you want to really improve your speaking skill in front of everyone, like I have to have presentation in office. So there I need to be more specific with words, with more clarity. And my listening skills should be great there also because I sometimes forgot the technical words there. So yeah, so he suggested me and that's why I came here to learn. And I'm very grateful to hear all of you that you are growing and I would like to join this house.
Anyway, you are on stage. Let me give a first topic to you.
You just said that you just have to interview.
Maybe okay, you can take the next topic. You can be seated. Let's go for one Toastmaster, then we can call upon the guests. Okay, let's go with the table topics and meanwhile in between we'll introduce other guests also. Anybody wants to go first? So let's take one Toastmaster so that the guest will understand what the session is. Would you like to? So here is a topic for you. So what were your thoughts when you planned to move to Bangalore and how do you feel about that now? What were your thoughts when you planned to move to Bangalore and how do you feel about those thoughts now after moving here? Over to you.
Thank you. So I had 2 innings in Bangalore. The first inning was I had to come for my studies here. And the second innings was more about I thought about moving to Bangalore. So I will go into the second innings. The second innings was when it means I had just completed my MBA and then thought where to go. And then there was I thought I will take up a job. At the same time I thought I will also do some at that time the start of the thing was in there, it was around 14 years back and I thought I will do something. I will try something and a few of my friends called, they were my college friends, they started up something on web and I take it to them. So at that time I was just married a couple of years back, so I moved my household, she also joined me and my wife joined me, and I thought let's do the both the things. And I will say it was combining the new marriage and the startup and a job all together. It went boom. So I had lots of fun, I had lots of learning, but all the thoughts that I had initially that maybe whatever I came to know many of my shortcomings in that time, but it was a deep learning experience. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for sharing your thoughts and experience. So when I had a thought to move to Bangalore, I had no option because I am from Karnataka. If I want to go for IT, I had to come to Bangalore. If I am from a different state, I would have think the capital of that state. But I didn't have option, but I loved on then, now, always. So that's my experience with that. So shall we go with the guests? So anyone of you would like to introduce and also take the next topic? Please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Rihanna and my native is in Bihar, but I moved to Bangalore when I was in 4th standard, so I've been here since then. And then I moved to Manipal to complete my undergraduate in computer science. So I studied there for 4 years and now I'm back doing a corporate job here. And yeah.
Okay. So far we were, first of all, thank for introduction. So far we heard about traffic, and whenever the people, the outsiders especially, if they hear about Bangalore, they think of traffic. What is your thoughts on transportation in Bangalore? It may be a buses, metro, or maybe a private vehicle, anything about traffic or the transportation. What is your thoughts on that?
Okay. So, traffic in Bangalore, I've seen it, how it has changed over the years. So, I have been in Bangalore for about 18 years. So, when I moved in first, traffic was not a thing at all. I didn't even know that this could come to this stage back then. I have taken public transport, metros around the city, cabs, autos, scooty rides, everything. And currently, I think scooty is the best bet for anybody who wants to navigate through traffic very quickly. You just take you can even like go on the footpath, like just you have to do it. There's no other options right now. But yeah, traffic for me, it is difficult to adjust to Bangalore with traffic. Like I took a 4 years break in Bangalore, so when I went to get my undergraduate done. So when I came back, this shift was very shocking to me because 4 years back it was still decent. There was some increase in traffic compared to like when I was doing my schooling, but yeah, it was very shocking for me to come back here and then have all these struggles. Especially the 4 years that I did in Manipal. It's a very small city, small town in near Udupi. So it was tough to adjust, but I think I've adjusted to it now. Like staying in traffic does not feel that bad anymore. I just got used to it.
Thank you. Yeah, like she said, even I feel the same. So I got used to it. So whenever like there was this long queue standing with the cars and the vehicles stuck in, so my husband used to say it's a lot of traffic. Hey, see, if you get it irritated, will the traffic move? No, chill. See, if you are irritated, you will reach by 10 minutes. If you don't irritate also, you will reach by 10 minutes. Don't worry, chill. So that is how we all are now. We are getting used to it. Let's move on. And yeah, I would like any Toastmasters to come up. So you're from which place?
Odisha.
That's all. This topic is for you. So what are the cultural differences or any differences you notice from your Odisha to Bangalore?
Okay, so given the prompt, I have to change my original answer. I'm a native of Odisha, but I grew up in Kolkata and then I moved to Bangalore when I was 13. So there were a lot of cultural differences. One is the crowd in general. So in Bangalore, it's a tech hub, so a lot of my friends' parents were also software engineers like my dad. Or they were working in technology or a related technical role. Whereas in Kolkata, a lot of my friends' parents were business owners or uh, they had different types of jobs. So that was one of the biggest difference, and that is the reason why the children also acted different. So when someone is expected to own a business when they grow up, they act in a different way. They take learning seriously in a different way. They aren't as focused. Whereas for someone whose parent is coming from a technology background, it is important to study hard, work hard, and again get a good job when you grow up. So that was one of the biggest difference. Another big difference for me was Kolkata is culturally much more rich because a lot of people staying there, they have like an active music culture, they have an active dance culture, even literature. So and that is something they take very seriously. The Ravindra Sangeet or various instruments. Like it is a bragging right to be able to play multiple instruments. That was missing in Bangalore, but in Bangalore there were a lot more options for hobbies. So, for example, one of the first hobbies I developed here was playing tennis. So the time I used to spend in music was the time I was spending playing sports. So those are some of the differences I observed then. Right now, recently I had the opportunity to go back to Kolkata, and again I went there for Durga Puja. So again, the way people celebrate Durga Puja there, none of the festivals comes even close. Like maybe Ganesh Chaturthi, but it doesn't come close in Bangalore. And obviously Bangalore is a lot more crowded now, and Kolkata is a place that just sleeps after 1 p.m. and then wakes up at 4 p.m. again. So those are the main differences I noticed.
Yeah, as you told, thanks for bringing the cultures that music, dance, those are all, every state has its own different varieties, and it's great to bring that point. And also, what about festivals? I see by being a person from a Karnataka itself, so I feel a lot of differences in festivals. So where the entire festival celebrating would be different. It may be from few places. Let's say, for example, there is a festival called Yugadi. It's a New Year for Hindus. Here also it's a New Year for Hindus, and there also in my hometown, that's Davangere. That is also, it's a New Year for Hindus. But we start the year after watching the moon. We will start our year celebrating with the sweets and all. Here the people are saying, what are you watching? Moon? Yeah, moon is there, why you are watching? So we eagerly waiting for the moon to raise, and we will do puja, then we will start a day. And on all the people, my friends who are from that place, will be posting their status saying that we watched the moon and all. Then the Bengaluru people, why you are posting it? So what is the air in the moon? So that is the differences in each and every festival we have from within a Karnataka. So yeah, let's enjoy all the cultures, different varieties here. So yeah, we'll go to the next topic. So would you like to come? Please introduce yourself.
I'm Anshika Mathur, and I'm a housewife, and I'm here in Bangalore from last 14 years. After marriage, when my daughter was 1 year, I came here. I have joined Toastmasters because I want to improve my communication skills, and I'm very low in confidence. Somebody in my family suggested that you should join and try at least for 6 months there. Right now, I have done the waste of my life. I feel very scared to start in public, so that's why I went for improvement.
So no worries, you'll get confidence over the days, so many people attending it. Yeah, my question for you. Maybe since you told you are a homemaker, just describe any food you like in Bangalore, the street food or anything, or the food you prepare from your home for the specialty, which is you feel good, or tell me a good food of Bangalore.
Bangalore is famous for South Indian cuisine like idli, dosa, sambar. Mostly here I like that vada, sambar vada. Because it's more than idli, Bangalore is idli every day. Sambar vada and that sweet idli. From north side, usually some people in the society will ask that how you make stuffed parathas, aloo parathas, and so once I told
Thank you. So when it comes to the food, right? So every place has its own different varieties. As she told, the South Indian food, like we are stuck with the idli, dosa. So we love that. We know that, especially me. Like I used to love dosas. Now also I like, but on those days, so wherever I go, only my order is dosa. No other option. I don't check the options. Different varieties dosa. I know the list in my mind. All the dosas will be in my mind. One dosa I will be ordering. So that was my entire day. So whenever I go out for a trip and all, I enjoy the food. But when I come back and eat the dosa, I feel like this is good. So that is how it's for me. Yeah. Let's move to any Toastmasters. Would you like to come? You want to come? Okay. What do you think one change for Bangalore would make a Bangalore more welcoming to the outsider? Or do you think one change in Bangalore would make the outsider to more welcoming to Bangalore?
Morning again. I've been in and out of Bangalore for almost 30 years. I went to college in Bangalore. That was my first thing. So I see a huge change for the last 30 years. One thing I fondly remember in my initial years, visiting to Bangalore was people are very friendly. When you go around, you are lost somewhere, and you want to check some address. Go and ask anyone, they'll go off their way, come along with you. Oh, okay, come here and take that ride. That's the Bangalore. And again, that was in, I think, the main Bangalore. Interestingly, this area I don't feel like I'm in Bangalore. This was a outskirts, some village that kind of developed in a very unorganized way, I guess. The problem is the same issue I see across all cities in India. Right? Before coming to Bangalore, back in 2014, I was in Mumbai. When I was moving from Hyderabad to Mumbai, my friends, are you going to Mumbai? Because they didn't have that good feeling about Mumbai. And interestingly, my office was in outskirts, I lived in outskirts. I never felt like I was in Mumbai. But when I visited South Mumbai, right, which is the main Mumbai, I felt like I was in Europe. Wow, what a city. That's the problem across all Indian cities. The outskirts are like very haphazardly developed, and the tall buildings are just developed without proper roads. That is leading to all this chaos. Right? I mean, if you go to Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, all this flooding, this is the failure of our modern government. Yeah, but coming back to Bangalore in 2014, I felt, wow, coconut trees, greenery, like I felt euphoric when I was moving back there. Thank you.
As you told, it's unorganized way because it's an unplanned way city is growing, rapidly growing like anything. So there is no time to plan the city which is growing outskirts now. So we are all in this area, which was like my husband used to say when he was 10 years ago, he was working for Wipro. When he used to come to the Wipro Sarjapura road, he used to think why these people has built so far away from the city. Who will come in these the empty spaces? We will be scared if it is a night shift and all. Now it is within a city. So this is how rapidly the Bangalore is growing. So yeah, that's one thing. And we have one more guest. Let me come on. First thing is like, are you a night person or a day person? So would you like to stay late night or early morning?
Actually, 6 months ago I was a night person.
Now you move to a day person?
Yeah, I came to Bengaluru and now I have to go in the morning for a job obviously. So I have to shift to a morning person.
Okay.
And I also joined yoga class, so it is at 7:30. So yeah,
So I think you are preparing for a new year, for keep a new resolution that I should be a morning good routine with a day person, right?
Yeah.
So okay, earlier 6 months ago you were a night person. So describe a nightlife in Bangalore. How do you feel and how you felt?
nightlife in Bangalore, you all know Kormangla first. When you first come to Bangalore, you explore these things, like go to clubs and pubs and new restaurants. So when I came, I visited Kormangala and new restaurants. And then, I observed a very heavy downshift in my health because I can't eat outside food daily. So then I have to shift to the morning routine, like I have to take yoga classes and these things. The nightlife looks very fancy and very exciting and enjoyable, but you can't sustain with it. So I have shift to the morning routine, that's why.
So all the best for your morning routine life. So I'm always a day person. I don't stay longer than in the evenings, like 9:30 is my closing time. So no more than that. So just about a nightlife, we went to a restaurant that it's around 25 to 30 kilometers from here. Me and my husband for one anniversary celebration, we went there for a dinner. After a dinner, within a city, just 20 kilometers, we parked our vehicle 2 times and we slept and came back. We reached. We couldn't, because we both are a day person, we couldn't keep our sleep. So it was around 10:30 or 11, that's all. We stopped and we slept and came back. Whenever we are moving to hometown also, we travel early in the 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the morning. We never travel after office hours because we know in the off the way we will be stopping, sleeping, going back. So that's me. It's not a night life for me, it's a day life for me. I'm a early bird. That's from my set. Yeah, one last topic, anyone wants to take? Any volunteer? So we all covered that part. Only 2-3 people left. Anybody wants to go? Would you like to? So what is your one advice to the person who is willing to travel to Bangalore or willing to completely move to Bangalore? What is your advice or an opinion, or you want to share any opinion with me?
My advice would be to take into consideration everything, because if you want to rent something close by to your office, it will be pretty expensive. Then maybe take it somewhere near metro and just hope that metro gets built up in the next few years. Because if it does, then that's a totally game changer. Because no traffic jams on metro, that's the best way for transportation. And in addition, take into consideration a lot of other things as well, like what kind of water facilities are there, or what kind of surrounding areas are there, like are there any gardens nearby, or maybe ask them to maybe have a two-wheelers license as well, so that with that you can explore the city a bit more rather than staying at home in weekends because you don't have any transport to go anywhere else. But I would also suggest them that it's a good place in the sense that the weather is really good, really good. It may have decreased somewhat from previous few years, but compared to other cities, that's what I feel. And other thing would be, everything's available nearby. Like if you were to order anything in Amazon, you can get it within a day or two. So that's it's way too convenient to live in such huge metro cities. And that's it. That's the only thing I can say.
Yeah, as you told, if you wanted any nearby location for your any office, school, college, anything, it's too costly here. So I felt that is the reason, one of the reason for growth in traffic, I guess. The people will, because of the cost, we will stay far and we will be traveling, again the traffic will increase. It's all interdependent. So that's how it is. So that's all my time. So thank you, Toastmasters of the team.
Well, the weather is awesome. But that day, I gave in to the debate with my wife. Not just because of the weather, but because of the aroma of the filter coffee. You go to any Udupi we have, I sometimes feel we are all linked to a master franchisee. You taste filter coffee, it tastes the same exactly all the places. It tastes awesome. and the dosas and the idlis are yummy. Plus the open heart cosmopolitan culture. Bangalore is a place known for this cosmo culture. It's a mix of people, local, intra-local, state, national, all states merged, culture getting mixed up and merged. So it has a good cosmo culture and it's open for all. And family and friends. I have had a good social circle over here. In fact, my brother-in-law stays just above my apartment. And my wife has some hundreds of cousins and their wives, husbands, and their friends in Bangalore. While for me, in India only there are hardly 10-12 people I know from my family. So because of all these reasons combined, I gave in to the argument and maybe see one more decade in Bangalore. Now, to take it forward, let's move to the third session, the feedback session. And to take it forward, I would like to call Toastmaster Balaji on the stage with an applause. Thank you.
Thanks, Namma. First, I would like to call the speech evaluators to share their evaluation reports. For speech 1, let's wait on that. So let's call Shogan.
So yeah, Channa attempted her L2P3 speech. So you started your speech with a quote. So anything we start with quote questions that will be attractive. So that is really good. And you introduced your mentor Rupa and how your mentor lighted the spark to start your journey with the speech about your icebreaker. And within a week, it's really not possible after getting talking to the mentor within a week we are giving an icebreaker. Means that really the mentor did very well sparking you. And yeah, and you also explained clearly that bond within your mentor and your conversation and the advice she gave you, how it helped you. Everything was well explained in a structure. It was very clear and explained, and like a story also, like how you connected over weekends. So that was also very clear to the audience. And in between, you asked some questions that will be engaging for the audience to again get back to it. If we are losing our interest, again we will be get back to that. That was good. And you in between you also took a topic that difference between a mentoring and coaching. So it was very clear now what is mentoring and what is coaching and what helps us in what way. That was good. And yeah, like along with this I have points like along with the Toastmaster mentorship, it would be good if you added some other mentorship in your previous experiences in your life. If you added something, it would be good. And also you in somewhere you took a gym trainer that he asked you to live there, that's fine. Along with that you would have continued, but there was not elaborated about any other mentors, only the Toastmaster mentoring. That is a purpose of a speech. It served very well, but it would be good if you added some other things also, that's fine. And then yeah, there was one point in between. You got a call from BP Education to take up a BP Education role for the next term. And then there was a disconnection between so I was expecting maybe after that there may be a story or something will be. So after all of a sudden, after that you started that you talk to your mentor how to improve your listening skills. Again I thought there may be a connection between BP and listening skills. No, again it went like to improve the listening skills you need to take up those roles and all. It continued like that. So it was just in between something came that call. Maybe the continuity missed in that. So that can be corrected. And yeah, that's all the points you just wanted to correct a little bit in your speech. After that, so after all these ups and downs, in the conclusion, you clearly explained what you wanted to convey about a mentorship, mentors, and the conclusion overall took all the points what you wanted to convey. It was clearly explained in your conclusion. So again, it cycled back all the connected dots back to your speech, and conclusion was good. So that's how it went. Thank you.
Now I would like to welcome Chanda to provide her report on Prabhu's speech.
So congratulations, Prabhu, for introducing yourself to the audience and the Toastmaster Club. So the good points that I saw is the first thing when you came to stage, I was thinking how should, just because he already picked me that if suppose this happens, that happens, what should I do? But he had a great opening and that caught the attention of everyone. Even if they were doing something else, they were able to come and good eye contact. Hand gesture was good. It's just that when leg movement was there, right? If you would have used stage usage, just like when you said you were in high school, then you went to graduation, then you went to master in US, and then you got a job, and then when you came back to India, so you could have used the speech much better. And how you were able to break the barriers of communication, that 10 days help with your friend, that was a great point where it was pinpointed that how you overcame your, initially you were avoiding by playing video games and all, but how you broke it up just because your friend helped, and then 10 days straight you could have given up, but how you were able to break that. That was, that message was shared. And you have also shared that initially when communication barrier was there, but you had few strengths that you were able to recall. It's sometimes, some people have that feeling that, okay, if I'm not good at one thing, I'm not good at everything. So when you pointed out that your strengths were maths and science, then I understood that the person is more driven towards positive side. And I can see any speech should have a great opening and a body and a conclusion. So you took 3 key takeaways like we have to prepare prior, and communication is not just about words, and there is a scope of improvement. That's when how you join Toastmasters, that also you communicated. That's well. And the improvement points that I can suggest is stage usage you can do. And whenever you are thinking that this leg movement, then you can move from one stage segment to the other. It's not always required to move from one place to other. It's just that when there is a transition in any speech, you can use it. And just because you started with a great opening, you could have interacted in between also with the audience. So that is one thing that I would like you to take in your next speech. And thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Chandra. Next, we'll go to the evaluation of different aspects of the speech. So I would like to welcome the CAT team. First, let's welcome Atnesh to come and share his R-Counter.
Coming to the R-Counter report, so that's ironic. I'll start with the prepared speeches. So Chanda said once. There were 3 unnatural pauses. Then coming to Toastmaster Prabodh, there were 4 instances of repetition, specifically that like once, and 2 unnatural pauses. Then coming to the table topics, Toastmaster Piyush, he used so once, and there was 1 instance of repetition and 1 instance of coming to our guest Sam, sorry I didn't catch you on.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah. So you used like once, yeah once, and you had 1 instance of repetition. Then coming to Toastmaster Balaji, you had 3 instances of 1 instance of 1 instance of 1 repetition. Then coming to our guest, I'm really sorry, yeah, Deepika, right. So you used so twice. Then coming to Toastmaster Prabodh in table topics, he used like once and repetition twice. Coming to our final section of evaluation, Toastmaster Shivganga, she used yeah once, twice, and 1 instance of repetition. And Toastmaster Chanda, she had 5+ instances of and 2 instances of Thank you.
Thank you. Now I would like to welcome Toastmaster Piyush to share his grammarian report.
at the end. Sorry.
Word of the day I think overused. I missed maybe a few things. I was in some speeches where I really good, I connected so much, so maybe I missed few here. For Toastmasters Silver, maybe the continuity missed, so was missed, explained in a structured manner. So Toastmaster Naman, I like Bangalore. Bangalore has been quite grateful to me. It would be other way around. And I like the quotes used by both Toastmaster Chanda and Toastmaster Prabhu. And then, like, especially one thing that I responded to was the communication skills are not set in stone. And then precedented into. Toastmaster means they aren't as focused. Where they weren't as focused would be better, I think. And then guest Deepika, she used Hindi was like key in their way. So that could have been avoided. I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dinesh. I would like to welcome Atmesh again to come and share his time.
So today was quite challenging with the two roles which I'm doing for the first time. So that is why I got a bit confused by keeping time and even in the counter. So starting with Toastmaster Chanda, she spoke for 7 minutes and 32 seconds. I forgot to flash the green and yellow cards and directly went to the red card, so my bad. Then Toastmaster Prabhu, your time limit was 4 to 6 minutes. You spoke for 7 minutes and 54 seconds. Then coming to the table topics, Toastmaster Piyush spoke for 1 minute and 27 seconds. Our guest Riya spoke for 1 minute and 28 seconds. Our guest Anshika spoke for 56 seconds. Toastmaster Balaji spoke for 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Our guest Deepika spoke for 42 seconds. Our Toastmaster Prabodh spoke for 1 minute and 40 seconds. Coming to evaluations, Toastmaster Shivganga spoke for 2 minutes and 29 seconds. And Toastmaster Chanda also spoke for 2 minutes and 29 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now it's time for me to share my observations on the overall meeting today. Yes, we started the meeting somewhere around 10:42. So we are late by 12 minutes. We should try and start on time. So let's make a note of this and try to reach here in advance. And I know this is a challenge when we are meeting in. We are meeting in person, again, traffic and other things, so we have to plan some time for traffic as well. Presiding officer Shivaganga started the meeting very well. She introduced the theme for today, and also she engaged the audience very well with some quiz questions. That was very nice. Then she nicely handed over to PMOD. Naman today playing the role of PMOD. He again, talked a lot about today's theme in a very, where he talked fondly about some of his initial experiences, flying into Bangalore airport, Kodamangala, and then recent experiences. So it was very his own anecdotes in a humorous way. That was very good. Now coming to speeches and evaluations. Speech one, Chanda, that was a very interesting topic that's useful both in professional as well as personal work. Again, great you picked up such an interesting topic, very useful. And we came to know about your interesting, inspiring journey through Toastmasters. I can see you, like, I think you joined a few months after me, but the way you progressed through the overall speeches and the different roles, very inspiring, and that we could see in today's speech. We know the secret now. Your mentoring-mentee relationship, I think you are following that very seriously and implementing those things. That's very nice. And Shivaganga gave some good inputs on the speech delivery and all. Only one thing I would like to add, I guess it requires a little bit more preparation. It was not your regular speech. I have seen your other speeches. They were like a lot more energetic. Some, I think, preparation that helped. Now speech 2, it was so like smoothly flowing. Like you were just talking, without any pauses. I would say it didn't feel like it was an icebreaker. I think that's the great thing about talking about your personal story. It comes automatically. That was a great speech. Even though you were keeping notes handy, but I think you never referred to it. That was good. Congratulations on your first speech. And Chanda, again, when you came here as evaluator, you were a lot more energetic and gave some valuable inputs about moving around and body language. That was good. Coming to table topics, again they connected with the theme and they were very interesting and engaging. And interestingly, we missed to introduce the guests at the beginning as a presiding officer. I think you corrected yourself. That was great. That's a nice way to bring that back into the overall flow of the meeting. I think it was a great participation from everyone because Bangalore is something like we are all well aware of day-to-day things, culture, food, traffic, weather, everything. So it was like something people could freely talk about. And I should do special praise to all the guests for coming here and talking so freely. I mean, especially I think the way you guys spoke, I think it was very good. It was not. It felt like you are regular speakers. Anshika, I have seen you in previous online meetings as well. You speak very well actually, right? I think it is just the confidence. In your speaking skills, I don't see any issue at all. And you guys were like, I think, very thorough. Now coming to the tag team, Atmesh, your reports were very detailed, both the timer reports and after reports. Only one point I could talk about is you yourself used a lot of us and us, like I do. I use this. I know you know very too many times. So I think we just need to be conscious. Coming to grammarian report, Piyush, you really highlighted good uses of the language. Thanks for that word before it. It's a good word. About the bad use of the grammar, you could have written down the actual sentences, right? And then how to correct it. I know you pointed it a little bit, but I think if you write down the full sentence and then what was the wrong and what is the correct usage, that would be more good. Overall I think it was a very interesting, fun-filled session. Good learning as well. Glad to Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
So what a euphoric meeting we have had. Now before I call the presiding officer, let me share some tips and tricks for Bangalore in my experience. Biggest trick about traffic. If you want to go out on the weekend, go out on a Sunday. Sunday roads are damn smooth. Especially Sunday morning, it feels like the whole city is dead. And you are the only one awake over there. If you want to go out for a new pub or a famous pub, go on a Sunday afternoon. It's quite empty. Even Sunday evenings are easy. Friday, Saturday, straight no. For a person like me who enjoys peace, I just go out on Sunday. If you want to save money in Bangalore, and we all complain Bangalore is so expensive, so expensive, so expensive, go out and stay in Mumbai for a couple of months. I came from Mumbai to Bangalore, so I felt Bangalore is damn cheap. In Bangalore, you have the blessing of staying near to your office within a span of few kilometers. Unlike Mumbai, where if you have your office in South Mumbai, you are gone. And if you feel the weather is kind of slowing down, or kind of changing, do a vacation in the north part of India in the month of May or June, just for a few days. You will feel it's a blessing in terms of weather over here. But most importantly, food. For me, food is the most important thing. I would like to just hear from few of you. Are there any good food joints nearby in Sarjapura, HSR, or say Koramangala area? Any new food joints you would like to share your experience? It can be any type of cuisine. Anyone would like to share?
Roxy.
The Roxy. Okay, that I have never gone. I've heard it's good. Roxy. Anyone else? Some tip for me to also take away home? Any other restaurants? Meghna biryani, yes. I've never been there. I've been to Meghna MG Road, which is a very spicy biryani. So I enjoy Meghna biryani, and my wife will not enjoy that biryani.
There is a Nepali restaurant, our restaurant in HSR, and I forgot the name, but it's pretty good. It's pretty authentic Nepali dishes. So,
In HSR. Nice. Any other recommendations? But it can be an old restaurant also. Can be your favorite go-to place. Like for me, Beijing Bites is the go-to Indian Chinese place. Correct. That is also nice. I've been there many a times. For me, the go-to place in terms of tea can be, there's a place called as Gabbar Chai. It is there on the outskirts of Sarjapura Road. It's quite a peaceful place and nice tea. And if you want to have a local or a street side tea, there's a place called as Ram Pyari Chai Wala, if you have heard of it. I stop there literally every day in the evening just to have a half cup of tea. And if you want to have chaat, I can see some smiles. You have any place?
No, I was hoping you would recognize.
Okay, there is a place called as Magad Meva on Sarjapur Road, and their samosas are really good. And I've heard there's a place called as Natraj Chole Bhature which I've opened. Their samosas are nice. I've not had it. And that's it. So, anyone else wants to share? Any
MTR near Lalbagh.
Yes, MTR is nice. I've been to the HSR MTR many a times. That is also nice. I feel for dosas, you just go out and eat dosa anywhere in Bangalore. It's always nice. You don't need to travel anywhere far off. You just wasting your time in the queue.
Yeah, once you try Kulfishes.
Kulfilicious. My father-in-law is a fan of Kulfilicious. I have caught him many a times in the night near Kulfilicious. Any other place? Any ice cream joint? Anyone know? Like for ice cream, Apsara ice cream. It's like natural ice cream only. but different variety of flavor. It's on the outskirts of Sarjapura and in HSR also. And for normal food, North Indian offer chicken food. Birbal Darbar is a good joint, local desi normal food, not very expensive prices. And for a fine dining kind of experience, like I like to have alcohol in a fine dining kind of place, it is slightly less crowded. So I forgot the name. After Zoe's Cafe, there is a place, Blue Water or something. That is also quite nice. Want to share any place? You are thinking about something.
Interestingly, I like Aldas.
Aldas.
In HSR.
That I've never tried. You were saying something?
Interestingly, 10 years back, there used to be a restaurant on Bengaluru. Its name is Bakasura.
Pakasura. So that restaurant was still there a few years back. I've seen the hoarding somewhere. I've never had it.
Maybe move to this.
Correct. Anyone else wants to share a place? You want to share a place?
Now you are
This is
sharing a lot
nice.
of places. Now I am feeling hungry.
Fresh juices in Bangalore, there are a lot of good places for fresh juices in HSR, Sarjapura.
There was a juice shop called as Fruit Shop on Greens Road. This was in Chennai, which had a variety of interesting names of juices and a mix of blend of juices, which I feel is missing in Bangalore. Anyone wants to add? Food is everyone's favorite for sure. Okay, then we'll
99 variety dosas.
Yeah, 95 That also I'm not sure. That's all linking to master franchising, because I see that name being used now everywhere in India. In the north, in Mumbai, in Bangalore, I see the 9-time variety dosa counter being there everywhere. Anyone else wants to share? Any place? The food? For biryani, I feel Nagarjuna is my favorite, because I don't like too spicy or too bland. I feel Nagarjuna is in middle. And there's an authentic Chennai Tamil style biryani called as Rashtria. Not Tamil style, is the local style of Bangalore, Karnataka. Shivganga will know better. It's called as Rashtria. It's in HSR only, and their biryanis are nice. Anyone else? Any other places to add? I think we should all go for lunch soon. So I'll call back the presiding officer on the stage with an applause.
So I think now we all are hungry. So I think Namma is going to treat us. Let's join us. Yeah, by this, what I observed is Namman is a foodie. I clearly, as his introduction says, he is a foodie. And thanks for giving us the list of places to explore. I'm not a kind of foodie. I will just go for the restaurant for the ambience. I wanted to just feel the ambience and stay some time. So yeah, I'll have the list and go for that. And thank you for making the session very well connected to each other's segments. And thank you for doing it smooth. Thanks for that. And general evaluator, he did every evaluation from starting to end very well. Thanks for that. And both the speakers, kudos to completing your another levels. And all the table topic speeches and the role takers, thanks for your contribution. So yeah, I think we all like, as I told, like Namma is a foodie, I'm not a foodie, and some person may be travel freak or some fitness freak, meditation, different things, right? But we all are together here. Like that, we all are from a different places, different states, and we all are together here. Maybe I think myself and he is from Karnataka, so Mangalore. So except we two and all the other people are from different places, we all are here in Namma Bengaluru, and let's enjoy this and enjoy Namma Bengaluru, our traffic, our food, our offices, the long journey, and everything. So instead of creeping on those things, let's enjoy it. Because even if you creep, nothing will change. If you creep and anything is going to change, just do that. But no, right? So let's enjoy Namma Bengaluru. With this, let me